How y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Well, part two, people, part two. Part two of the Microtech Amphibian and MSI and Skiff Bearing install and test for Skiff Bearings. These are the prototype Skiff Bearings. They're the prototypes. They're not out yet, but I know these are going to fit perfectly just by looking at them. These are the originals. They have nylon cages with ceramic ball bearings. But as you all know, I like the phosphorus bronze cages with ceramic ball bearings the best. The way that Skiff makes them, Stephen Skiff. All right, people. So let's check them out. These are 8mm pivot size by 1/16 of an inch ceramic ball bearing size. And these are phosphor bronze cages. Look at that. Okay. You see that, Stephen? Perfect fit on the MSI and the amphibian blades. Perfect fit. Perfect fit, people. That's the size. Let me get Juno off the table. I'm just going to get all my parts all messed up. Okay, sweetie. I got a table, kiddo. Perfect size. So not the one I'm going to carry right now. The one I'm going to carry right now because this one still has some more work to be done to it. Let me take a look at this. Oh, I see. It's fitted. This is fitted to the to your blade tang right here. Let me dump the bearing out. Bearing don't want to come out now. And so I'm at home. There we go. Let me see how it fits on the blade tang. I can see how you could easily modify this to make it go further on the blade tang, people. You have to get something very flat, perfectly flat, and just take off a little bit of metal right here, and it'll slide forward a little bit more forward. Because at an angle, probably at an angle because so it can wear. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna leave it alone because I'm not gonna spine whack mine. So. Maybe, I see this wearing down to the point where, it won't spine whack and won't get messed up. It just takes time for it to get to where it's supposed to be. I know this is probably a softer steel than the actual blade tang. So this piece is the piece that's going to wear. All right. Let's get ready to put this bad boy together. Put it together right. Goes right down this little slot. You might want to put a little lube right in this little slot area right here because I can feel metal, stainless steel metal touching stainless steel metal. I'm going to put a little bit of lube right in there. You know me, people, I always like to put lube wherever metal touches metal. Just a little bit though, because I don't want it to be a lint attractant. I just wanted to give it a little bit of extra smoothness. Is that a good way to put it? Because you know me, I like things to be smooth. Super smooth. All right. That's why I love my Skiff Bearings. I'm going to put just a touch. Because I believe that the grease protects the springs and keeps them from rusting and keeps them stronger, longer. But you can't put globs of grease on this one though because it's exposed. But I'm still going to put a little bit on it. I'm put a little bit on this post too. All right. There we go. Now it feels like it wants to pop out easily though. Put a little bit of lube on my bearings. I'm gonna have to buy some bearings from Stephen now for all my other MSIs. I need 3 sets of bearings, 3 more sets of bearings. Cause I got 4 of these bad boys. I don't plan on getting the stitch, people. Why? I'm just not attracted to the stitch. I know everybody likes a stitch and stuff. It's just, I don't know. It's just not me. I think it's an excellent knife, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting it down or anything. You know, it's just not my style. I like the MSI and I like the Amphibian. I think the Amphibian's the MSI looks like the workhorse. The Amphibian's the sexy one. Is that a good way to put it? You know what? I should have put a little, well, that's okay. I'll put a little bit of oil in it. Now to get around the pivot. Where'd my other bearing go? Oh, it's in this one. These fit perfectly. These fit perfectly. And hopefully I'll have another set of Skiff bearings by the time I get my carbon fiber scales for my MSI. That's what I'm going to do with the MSI. I want to have one with carbon fiber scales, and I want one that's titanium. The titanium is going to come from OG. Let's see what we've got going here. There we go. Felt it pop into place that time. Okay. No Loctite. I'm not using any Loctite on this knife. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, this one's a test for the Amphibian. Perfect. Perfect, people. Centering's perfect. Everything's perfect. Oh man, this knife just flies, people. It just flies. All right, let's try out the MSI. We know this one works perfectly. I know the MSI is going to work perfectly too, people. There's no doubt in my mind. But we got to try them both out. They're both exactly the same bearing size or washer size, bearing size, whatever you call it. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I want to carry the MSI because that's a better utility blade. It's better for like in my everyday purposes. This one's just beautiful. I think the Amphibian is just a beautiful looking blade. Beautiful looking knife. Well, it's going to be hard to get apart again. Here we go. Yeah, these things don't like to come apart. Not the Amphibian anyway. The MSI is not so bad. But this one's like fits together real tight. There we go. Okay, let's try the MSI out now. Probably shouldn't put the oil in it, but I did. Wants to stay in it. All right. Now this one, I'm just going to put the bearings in it. I'm going to take it back apart because I want to put the bearings in my Amphibian. But then again, you know, maybe I should be carrying this one, huh? You know what? Yeah, I'm going to carry this one. This one's more of a utility knife. So let's take out the spring. Let's see how I do it. I'm going to lube everything. Lube the spring a little bit. All right. Where am I at? I can see how this one's going down further is because I've been fidgeting. This one's been fidgeted with a lot. So it's already wearing down. That's what you got to do with these people. Maybe they just got to be broken in. When they're brand new, don't try to spray and whack them. I bet you they just got to break in. A little bit of lube on. this one because I want it to slide easy. All right. That one fits, this one fits a little bit further on the tank. I noticed that one too, the MSI does, over the Amphibian. And like I said, this one has been carried and it's been used because it was my first one. And it's been carried a lot already. It's been on idle for a while now because I had sent the parts, the bearings to Skiff Bearings to the workshop so we could do this. This one goes together a lot easier too. It's a little bit easier to deal with than the other one, the Amphibian. Amphibian was really hard to take apart, people. I had to redo a video because we did an unboxing and stuff, and you guys missed out on that of the Skiff Bearings. And then I'd start to take it apart, and I couldn't get it apart. And I had to go get my famous tool, my chopstick, even broke one in, to get it apart, to help pry it apart. Because it was a bear to get apart, people. So it's just something to be aware of. And the screws, they were like Loctited in. And so it was like really hard to get this out, to get the screws undone. And I had to be extremely careful because I didn't want to strip or snap any screws or anything. They're just something to be aware of if you're going to take yours apart. But after you take them apart, though, it's not so bad. Once you get it apart and clean up your screws, you'll be okay. And then just don't put, these screws don't need Loctite. I don't know why they put so much Loctite on them. Maybe it's because they don't want people taking them apart. But me, myself, I like to be able to take apart my things so I can put maintenance on them. It's just like a gun. You need to take care of it. All your everyday carry and self-defense tools and things like that, it's always good to put maintenance on them, take care of them. And these are very easy to work on, people. I think it's going to be a great knife for modding. I can't wait till my titanium scales get here. I also have a set of carbon fiber scales I bought for $105 from Voltex. And wait for those to come in. It sounds like the storm's kicking up outside, people. We're supposed to have a storm today or tonight. Perfectly centered. I'm gonna leave this one like this. This is one I'm gonna carry for right now. Oh man, this knife is so nice. And see how the gap is small on this one? Because it's worn down and it's gone further on the blade tang. Skiff Bearings. Your bearings are perfect. Your bearings are perfect. 8mm center pivot with the phosphorus bronze cages and the 1/16 inch ceramic ball bearings. Perfect, people. Highly recommend it. It makes your knife super smooth. Makes your knife super smooth. I highly recommend it. Look at that. Oh man, this knife is beautiful. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, let's put the original ones back in the Amphibian for now. But I definitely will be scoring some more off of Steven at Skiff Bearings. You know, I really don't feel like putting this one all the way together because it was such a bear to get apart. But you know what? That's the way you keep all your parts together and don't lose anything. So I will. I just have to go through it again. Yeah, this one doesn't go as far on the blade tang as like this one does. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm talking about. My MSI goes, this slides further onto the blade tang on the MSI. See all the gap in this one? Now look at the MSI. And this one might have been like this one in the beginning, and I didn't pay attention to it because I didn't see that guy's video, so I wasn't paying attention to that. But one thing's for sure, this one does. I do see a gap on this one. I bet you it's a break-in thing. That's what I'm sort of feeling. I don't think it's something. I think it's something that'll break in over time. No, sweetie, you can't jump up here, kiddo. I know that's what you want to do. I know you. I know my girl. Yep. You gotta get down, sweetie. I got screws. Got screws, kiddo. Got little screws everywhere. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and put this one all together. Keep all my stuff together here. I really love the amphibian, though. I just love the way this one looks. I think the amphibian is like one of the sexiest knives of last year. Yes, I said sexiest. I think it's sexy. That's right. To me, the amphibian is sexy. As far as knives are concerned, it's a sexy knife. Not screwing anything super tight or anything like that because I plan on taking it apart in the future as soon as I get some more bearings for it. Because once this one gets skiff bearings in, it'll be finished. Love them. I love these knives, people. I'm going to put it back in the box. It can stay in the box until I get some more skiff bearings. Then it can come out and go to work. Excellent knives, people. Excellent knives. These are my bearings from the MSI. They're nylon bearings with ceramic ball bearings, 1/16 inch ceramic ball bearings. And nothing's wrong with them either. You know, they work perfectly fine, but I just like the way the skiffs work better. That's why I always put skiffs in things. You know, the regular ball bearings, you know, they do their job, but they're not as smooth as like the skiffs. Skiffs, you know, you get a set of skiff bearings that takes things to another level. Because, you know, you're getting some top-of-the-line bearings. You're not getting the ones that they are able to, you know, get together and put in something that they mass-produce for the lowest price possible. All right, people. Like when I use blue Loctite, this is what I'm talking about. Just regular old Permatex or blue Loctite. You don't want the super strong red stuff. You do not want to use that on your knives. Unless you have like a real problem like I had with the deadbolts. The CRKT Flavio Kuma deadbolts, how they would keep coming loose. And I was trying to combat that. And so that's why I used red Loctite on the pivots on those. And they still come loose. The red Loctite doesn't even hold it. They'll fit in this box. All right, we can put both of them in here. All right. Or can we? I'll put it back in this box it came in. And let me see, where's the stickers coming from? This might tell us where this knife came from, huh? PVK. PVK Las Vegas, people. PVK Las Vegas. That's where I got the new amphibian from. The OD green one. I'm sorry, people. I couldn't remember where I got it from. I should have looked at the stickers, huh? PVK. PVK Las Vegas. And the other one came from E-Knives. The one with the aluminum handles I have came from E-Knives. I'm talking about my amphibians. Yeah. Skiff Bearings. I love it. And this one with the polymer handle scales, to me, people, I think this one's the best buy. I think this is an awesome buy when you compare it to the other MSIs, because they all have the same steel. They all have titanium backspacers. Titanium backspacer, not magnetic. Pocket clip on this one's steel though. Doesn't have the titanium pocket clip. And doesn't have a titanium thumb stud. But it does have a titanium backspacer. And the steel is the exact same steel. It's M390MK. It's supposed to have a little bit higher, I think it's carbon content, to give it a little bit more edge strength or something like that. I can't remember what exactly it was said. I love it, people. I love it. This one's going to work with me tomorrow. Absolutely love it. Skiff Bearings. Go ahead and put the bearings out, people. Go ahead and put the bearings out. No side to side, no up and down. It fits perfectly. These bearings are perfectly. I got perfectly centered blade. You did an excellent job on these, Stephen. Just what the doctor ordered. I love this knife, people. Like I said, the other one is prettier, but this one to me is the workhorse. This one to me is like the one that you get if you really want a really good EDC folder. You know, I always use SDU EDC, self-defense, utility, everyday carry folder. Self-defense, utility, everyday carry folder, SDU EDC. SDU EDC. Man, this is nice. I really like the way this one feels in my hand. I like the size of it. I love the MSI. And I think the spine whacking thing is something that can be repaired real easily. And like I said, I think it's a matter of a break-in issue. I think if you fidget with your knife a lot, it's gonna wear this down enough where it goes even further onto the blade tang. I think it's made to wear like that, to self-adjust. So I wouldn't be spine whacking these people, because if you're spine whacking it, you might damage the surface of one of these areas that have to meet together, and then your knife might be permanently messed up. I would just use it. It's a beautiful knife. And even if this, you know, if it was to give out, it's not going to chop you up anyway. It's made to be a safe folder, even if the lot gives out. So, you know, these are all up my alley. These are all the type. It has all the features I like in a knife. It's super lightweight. It weighs like 4.9 ounces. Can't remember exactly. 4.8 ounces. And that's with the polymer scales. And I have a set of carbon fiber scales on the way from Voltex. I've never purchased anything from them, so you know I don't want to tell people to go buy things from them yet. Until I always like to wait until I receive something, and I could check it out, and I could tell you guys if it's a good thing or not. I know a lot of you have this model and been looking for scales, and that's the only scales I can find that I thought was a good price. You know, $105 for a set of carbon fiber scales. And they're USA made. It's not coming from Asia anywhere or anything like that. Or not USA made, they're made in Australia. That's what I'm sorry. They come from Australia. And I read the bio on the business. It's like a small business, and they hand finish everything and stuff like that. Everything's done in-house. So it is coming from Australia. And I'll let you know how good they are. Those are the scales that this one's going to get. And the reason why I want to put them on this one, because I want to keep this one light. I just want something better than polymer. And the carbon fiber is like the next lightest thing to polymer. So it should still keep it under 5 ounces or maybe right at 5 ounces, which is a beautiful weight to carry for a size of knife like this. And then this knife will be done. And then I have one more of these I want to do in titanium. And I've hooked up with Original Goat, and we'll be getting a set of titanium scales from Original Goat for that one. My other two, the Amphibian, I like them just the way they are. I just want to put Skiff Bearings in them. The other Amphibians I have was 170/75 aluminum, fluted aluminum scales, and the other one has the fluted G10 OD green, olive drab green G10 scales. I like those scales. But I got these two to modify. And I'm so glad. I bet you the bearings will work in the stitch too, people. I bet you probably a lot of Microtech bearings are 8mm pivots with 1/16 inch ceramic ball bearings. That would be my guess. This is a wonderful knife. I know a lot of people have been putting down for the spine whacking stuff. But this one doesn't have any. Because when I saw that video, I spine whacked this one to see if it didn't do it. But I noticed that this one closes nice and tight, especially now with the bearings in it. It seems like it's even closing in on the rear tang even more. So this one's perfect. All right, people. Well, that's it for today. That's our videos for today. Stiletto and Juno out. Peace. Happy New Year.